more with really simple recipes, and today we're going to be making pumpkin soup. Not only am I going to show you how to make pumpkin soup, we are going to be doing something with our seeds as well, so we're going to be roasting them. And I'm also going to show you what to do with your pumpkin flesh if you've got too much of it. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and that does involve a little furry friend. So please do stay tuned, bear with me on this one. It may get a little bit mix and match as we go along, but hopefully it'll all come together at the end. Okay, I'll go through these ingredients with you first of all. So we have some veg stock, a tin of coconut milk, salt and pepper, cayenne pepper, chili powder, some garlic cloves and onion, and your main ingredient, dun, 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 a pumpkin. We're going to make a start with our pumpkin, so we're going to de-seed and de-flesh our pumpkin. We're going to separate the both. We want to keep the seeds. They're really good to use as a topper and also as a snack, and I will show you how we're going to be roasting them later. So I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get started with this bad boy. So my pumpkin's now in half, as you can see there. You can see all the seeds, all the goodness in there. So what we're going to do, it's a really good way to get these seeds out, and the quickest way, is get a spoon, quite a big spoon, and just scrape the inners. And that way it all just comes loose. And it takes no time at all then. And then scrub your hand and get it all up. Lots of seeds in here, I'm looking forward to these. You can see there now that the seeds are all out. I've got rid of all that stringy flesh, so that all I'm left with is the body of the pumpkin, the fleshy part. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this into the oven now. I've got my oven onto a gas mark 5, and I'm going to pop it in for around 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Depends on your size, depends on how long this takes. And what that'll mean, it means that I'll be able to peel it easier and chop it up easy. It just makes my life a little bit easier. While we're waiting for the pumpkin, what we're going to do now, we're going to make a start on our other ingredients in the soup. As I say, it's really simple soup to make. It's gluten-free because I've used a gluten-free stock for this recipe. And I'm going to be using my one-pot cooker. As you can see here, absolutely brilliant. You've got your saute, your steam, your soup, lots of different options. That's why I like to use it, because I like to be able to saute my vegetables in here first and then transfer it over to the soup setting and make my soup. That way I'm using one pot, hence the word one pot, and I'm keeping my kitchen as clean as possible by using just one piece of equipment in my kitchen. So let's make a start then. So we're going to start with our sauteing option. So just go click it on saute, and we're going to saute our onions. You may have seen my other recipes, or you may have not. If not, then have a look. Some really good ones on there for you. I'm going to saute a little bit differently this time. So you know that I don't like to use oils. So what I'm going to be using instead of oil, I'm going to be using my veg stock. So normally I would use my water, but this time I'm going to be using my veg stock as a sauteing tool. And what we're going to do, we're just going to pop our onion in first of all. So I've just diced my onion up just to make it a little bit easier, just to soften them off. And I'm going to put a little bit of veg stock in there as well. Same principles as we've done before. Make sure that you're keeping some water in that pot. We don't want it to dry out. This way we're keeping this soup nice and healthy. We've got no unhealthy fats in there, no unhealthy oils. It's gluten-free, it's going to be nutritious, which is what we're looking for with this soup. You know, we've got such an amazing vegetable that we're using with this soup, pumpkin. You know, why spoil it with things that we don't need? I just wish that pumpkin was something that I could get all year round in the UK. It's an amazing vegetable, it's so nutritious. There's so many health benefits for it. So as I said, pumpkin is full of so much nutrition. It's so healthy, it's so good for us. And I'll just give you a list of what is actually in a pumpkin. So we've got vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B5, fibre, EFAS, potassium, zinc, iron and magnesium. So So lots of good health benefits there for you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop in our garlic. And we're just going to do the same again with the garlic. We're just going to saute that as well. A bit more stuck in there. Okay. Getting steamy in here now. Don't know if you can see there, but my onions and my garlic are looking nice and see-through, what we're looking for. And if you look at the stalk, it's clung to the onion and the garlic, so it's giving it that flavour, so it's really nice. So now it's time to start adding in our other ingredients. So just pop in our chili powder, our cayenne pepper, give that a bit of stir, bit of coating the garlic and the onions, give it all coated up, the flavours clinging. There we go, and we're just going to pop in our veg stock in there as well. Oh, there we go, veg stock in there as well. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change it over to soup. And we're going to pop in there some salt and pepper. Season with your salt and pepper to your preference. We'll have different preferences. Next ingredient we'll add is our coconut milk. So we're looking to add about 3/4 of the tin of coconut milk. We don't want it all in there. And it's really nice to use this as like a decoration on the top. Just do a little swirl across just to give it that aesthetic appeal. I want about 3/4 of the tin. If you want your soup thicker, you can get the coconut cream. For this I'm using just the coconut milk, but you can get your coconut creams. Okay. And we're just going to leave that just to simmer off, and we're going to check our pumpkin now to see if it's ready to be taken out of the oven, peeled and chopped. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me there pressing, but it's lovely and soft. It's what we're looking for with our pumpkin. It's a little bit too hot to handle at the moment, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop it over to one side, just let that cool down, and we'll prep our pumpkin seeds because the oven's already nice and warm, and we'll get them into the oven. Okay, table, I need a bigger table. This table's not big enough. Okay, so my pumpkin seed. So what I've done, as you can see, I've rinsed my pumpkin seed, got rid of all the fibres there. There might be a few in there that we might need to remove as we go along, but they've all been done now, so they're nice and clean, nicely washed. Best way to do it is to wash them in a colander because it releases all the fibres from your pumpkin seeds. So now we just need to dry these off, season, and get them into the oven. What I'm going to do, I'm going to a bit of kitchen towel, I'm going to pop my seeds onto the kitchen towel. This way I can just double check that I've got all my fibres off as well. There we go. And just dry them off a little bit. Make sure we've got any loose fibres off. There we go. There's a few in there, not loads, that's good. Let's give them a bit of a squidge. Squidgy, can we get dry? These are so nice to snack on. I love pumpkin seeds, they're so nice. Oh, it's just a shame that you can't get pumpkin all year round. I know you can get pumpkin puree in America, but it's something that's not available in the UK, unfortunately. So with regards to seasoning my pumpkin seeds, this is totally your preference, what you prefer. So I'm going to be seasoning mine in the same way I've seasoned my soup. I'm going to be putting a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper, a bit of salt and a bit of black pepper as well. There you go, there's my seeds all de-pumpkined. So what we're going to do now is I am going to add a tiny bit of oil, and I mean a tiny bit of oil. It just helps to roast them. Tiny bit of oil and a little bit of smush around. That's it. And then we'll be doing more smushing in a minute. My hands are going to get filled with a little bit of salt on there. A little bit of black pepper. And then this, as I say, is your preference. You can just stick with salt and pepper. I just want the nice flavours from my soup on my pumpkin seeds. So a little bit of chilli powder on there. And final one, a little bit of cayenne pepper. And then what we're going to do is give that another mush round without them frying up. Rub them between your fingers as well to get all, have them nicely coated up. There we go, it's looking good. As I say, you're going to get messy. I love messy recipes, it's so much fun. Okay, and we want to try and get them as separated as possible on your tray. Spread them out. So I'm using the same temperature as I did my pumpkins. I'm using a gas mark 5. You're looking for about 15 minutes just to roast off, 10-15, but keep an eye on them, especially if you've had a pumpkin in there before. Your oven might be at a good temperature already. Look at them. How nice do they look? Perfect, nicely roasted. Got the flavours on there, so try one. That's so nice. You cannot beat roasted pumpkin seeds. They are lovely. Okay, so they're ready to go for a chopper on our soup. Look how soft that is, that's lovely. Let's pop that one on there. So we're looking for about 950 gram of pumpkin. If you've got too much pumpkin, don't worry about it. It's not going to go to waste. You know, a brilliant trick, what you can do is you can puree your pumpkin with what's left. You can freeze it in batches. You can make recipes with the puree. I am going to be making a recipe myself with the puree. And not only is it really, really good for us humans, it is really good for your dog. Your dog will thank you so much if you dish him up some pumpkin. I know especially Newton absolutely loves pumpkin. A friend of mine who runs a website called Frank and Jellies, she's just released an ebook on how to do pumpkin recipes for your dog. Some recipes on there that I can use which are plant-based, so that's good. Okay, there we go. That's one bad boy done. We need to peel the other now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have too much pumpkin, but it's fine. And this is why I'm going to skippity skid. Look at that. This shows how easy it is to peel a pumpkin like this. Look at that. It comes off so easy. This is what I mean about dogs love pumpkin. He's just standing here waiting for his pumpkin. So as I say, as I mentioned earlier, we're looking for about 950 grams of pumpkin. I think I've got loads more than that here. About 703. Cut this in half. Oh, a little bit too much there, take a bit off. There we go, that'll be fine for what we need. And I have got another half a pumpkin as well, so I'm going to puree the pumpkin. Or second, better still, I'm going to make a couple of batches of soup. It's good to keep in the fridge for about 3 to 4 days. It's a good way to prep up some recipes. So that's all my pumpkin ready. I'm just going to dice it up a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. And that's my soup bubbling away nicely. So we're going to leave that on for about 10-15 minutes just to get the flavours mixed together and soften that pumpkin that little bit more, and then we'll get the immersion blender and turn it into a soup. Okay, yeah, don't you can see that soup is lovely and orange now. The pumpkin is starting to fall to pieces, so it's a perfect consistency now for us to start blending. I'm going to start to blend our soup now. So I have my trusty immersion blender. Please be careful, it's going to be very hot and I don't want anybody hurting themselves while they're doing this. So just take your time, make sure your immersion blender is in there completely so that you don't burn yourself. Just going to give this a little bit of a try to see what the flavours are like. It's nice and smooth, which is what I like. That is good soup. That is really nice. There's a good kick to it as well, nice and spicy, which is what I like. If it is that you don't like spice, just cut out the chilli. You don't need to add the chilli. That's just my personal preference, but that is a really nice soup. That is lovely. And it's as simple as that, pumpkin soup. We've made our pumpkin soup. We've roasted our pumpkin seeds to the top of our soup. What we're going to do now is, because I've got so much pumpkin left over, I'm going to make a pumpkin puree. I'm going to make some for myself, and I'm also going to make some for Newton. The reason I'm making it for Newton is because pumpkin is an amazing health benefit for your dog. It's so nutritious. It's really good, especially if they've got a bit of a dodgy tummy, because it's really good for their digestive system. A friend of mine who works for Frank and Jellies has recently just released an ebook on pumpkin recipes. So this is one of them that I took from there. And all we're going to do is puree out pumpkin, and then we're going to freeze it. I'm also going to do a batch for myself, because there is another recipe that I'm going to be doing for next week which uses pumpkin puree, and that's a bit of a sweet recipe. So if you've got a sweet tooth, please keep an eye out for that next week. Okay, let's get going. So it's dead simple. We're just going to pop our pumpkin in here. I'm not going to use this all either. I'm going to make another batch of pumpkin soup because it's really good just to pop in the freezer. I don't want too much in there because we want to make sure we can blend it. Oh, why is everything I do so messy? Okay. And we're popping our lid. I was not expecting that. Popping a little bit of water in there as well. Just help. Popping the lid. Okay. See there my pumpkin puree. And this is just dead simple. I've got a tray. Sarah uses a better tray. She's got like a doggy bone tray. I'm just going to fill each one of these up with a bit of pumpkin puree. So we've got little separate portions. And all we're going to do is we're just going to pop this in the freezer once it's fully cool, because my pumpkin is still a little bit warm. And what I'm going to be doing with my pumpkin, it isn't going to be given to Newton as treats. I'm going to pop it into his food. I'm going to defrost one and pop it in his food, because I know that he loves pumpkin. He used to have a treat called Super. Unfortunately, they don't do the toppers anymore. And he used to do a pumpkin and carrot one. And he used to love having it on top of his V-Dog. Okay, do a bit more pumpkin. I hope that you've enjoyed this one today. I know there's a lot going on, but I wanted to show you how to use all your pumpkin. I wanted to make sure that you saw all the health benefits there, that you're using it for yourself, you're using it for your puppy dog, because it's so nutritious. And here in the UK, we get it for such a short amount of time. So we need to make sure that we're getting as many benefits as possible from our pumpkins. So go ahead, enjoy your pumpkin soup. Your dog will enjoy his pumpkin puree treats, I'm sure. You've got your pumpkin seeds to snack on as well, so enjoy them. If you enjoyed this one today, do give me a like. And if you want to see even more really simple plant-based recipes, do subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any comments, any questions, any feedback at all, pop that below and I'll be more than happy to get back to you on that as well. Thank you very much for watching.